Diesel here with View from the Top of the Goalpost, and these are my top three takes from week two of the NFL season. Starting off with my first take
One.
is these rookie quarterbacks. We have Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. All three of these guys drafted in the top 10 have zero touchdown passes up to this point. And I know it's only week two, but it kind of lends to my argument that we should probably not just throw these rookies right into the fire, maybe let them settle in and learn their systems, and then come in after they feel more comfortable. I feel like we have plenty of evidence of quarterbacks that get drafted highly in the NFL where they get thrown into the fire and they become big busts. Brady Quinn is one of them that comes to mind. I mean, we're looking at one right now, possibly in Bryce Young, who is probably even playing worse than these rookie quarterbacks, and he's in year two. So it doesn't help when a team that doesn't have some pieces built around this quarterback they throw this quarterback in there, it doesn't really support anything that the team's trying to do. And by large, it makes some guys that may be talented busts and never be successful in the NFL. So I really think that with the way we see these rookie quarterbacks, I think that going forward, teams should probably take a slower approach in putting their quarterbacks in there. I mean, we have evidence with Jordan Love recently, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. There's been guys that haven't been thrown right into the fire and are successful. I would like to see that approach more. My take number two is these injuries that are happening are pretty crazy. And I know injuries happen every year, but it seems like they're happening more and more to our big name stars. Isaiah Pacheco went out with a fractured tibia, which sounds painful. We had Justin Jefferson go down this week. We also saw Amon-Ra St. Brown get hurt at the end of the game. Other guys get banged up, such as Joe Mixon and Kittle. He had cramps, but it was scary for a moment because he got carted to the locker room. Plenty of guys got injured yesterday. And it's seeming like it's a problem. It seems like these players are, for better, or lack of a better term, are getting softer, and I think it's due to the preparation, not just to the game, but also to the season, with preseason and camps being less physical, less cardiovascular, whatever you want to take it. I don't know. I'm no doctor. They're coming into the season, not playing in the preseason and still having rust and not coming in at full game speed, trying to play at game speed. And we're getting these injuries early on that affect teams throughout the entire year. And that's why I believe that there should be something in place where it says, hey, you have to play your players that are healthy a certain amount of time in the preseason. I don't know how this works. I'm not the one who is gonna come up with this plan, and maybe my plan is dumb, but I feel like with these players just jumping on a moving train week one, it's bound to cause a lot of unnecessary injuries that maybe could be prevented if they would ease their bodies into playing a full speed, high contact game like football. There's been a lot of injuries. I don't want to see injuries to the stars of this game because, yeah, we may find new stars, but I already have these guys on my fantasy team, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. So it's, yeah. Take number three is kickers. Yeah, kickers are getting better and better than ever. And this isn't like a hot take or anything like that. I'm sure you've noticed in the last few years that kicks over 50 yards have been more successful than ever, and they're just getting further and further. A 60-yard kick isn't out of the realm for most kickers in the NFL. Uh, we've been teased with some record breaking and record tying kicks this year that ended up not happening. We had it happen a couple times in week one. We had it happen in the Chiefs game where they were acting like they were going to go for the long field goal, and then last second switched and subbed in the punt team. But that being said, these kickers are very important. We have had a game in week one and week two where a team has won without scoring a touchdown, period, on offense or defense, and is solely won by the foot of their kicker. Yesterday for the Falcons, or not the Falcons, I apologize. Yesterday, for the Commanders, they won 21-18. Every point scored by their kicker. And like I said, kicks are getting farther and farther. And I've been hearing arguments over the past few years how they should get rid of the kicking game because it's not fair to have it come down to a player that plays 3 or 4 snaps in the game. But the way I see it is that's part of the game. These guys are super talented. These are the best kickers. I can't kick a ball 10 yards. These guys are kicking it 60, 65, 70 yards. It makes the game exciting, and they're not 100%. Missed kick to end the game is very exciting. It's drama filled at the end of the game when it comes right down to the kicker. You have a timeout, you can freeze them out. There's strategy to it, and sometimes there's a bobble snap. There's a lot of things that can happen. It's not automatic. Getting rid of the kicker in the NFL would just be the most asinine thing ever, because it would take away a whole segment of the game. That what would you replace it with? I think that any idea besides having a kicker kick field goals, kick extra points, is just an argument not worth having, because you have the option to go for 2. Like I said, I'm not the rules analyst here, and I don't have any supported evidence to say that what I'm saying is correct. This is just what I believe. But I believe my top takeaway this week is the kickers have been impressing. Kickers are more important than ever. We've seen less touchdowns. We've seen kickers affect games more this year, it seems, than early on than we have in the past few seasons. Even though kickers have been getting better and better and better, it seems like they're being more relied on. And that's been my 3 big takeaways. So please remember to join us on Thursday for our week 3 prediction show. And that, like I said, will drop on Thursday on YouTube and all the platforms supported by Visionaries Global Media. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, put in a comment. Tell me your biggest 3 takes of week 2. And I'm ready to watch some more football.
This has been a Visionaries Global Media production. Visionaries Global Media, envisioning excellence on a global scale.